Hey Alpha fam, welcome back to another episode of Alpha Commission. Today on Alpha Commission, of course, we're going to go over that drop on the BTC chart as well as the just overall sideways markets in general. Guys, if we do jump straight to the charts, you can see, of course, we did have a previous daily pool up here that we were monitoring, and we were hoping to flip that and just hold the top of that pool in order to have a potential for a breakout to the, maybe 29 to 30K area. Of course, this market doesn't just go in a straight line. And as you can see, we do have this nice kind of bullish wave formation here with a low, a high, a higher low, and a higher high. And so what we're doing here is just putting in perhaps another higher low. And of course, that would essentially cement an uptrend. Now, this could actually, pull back a little bit deeper than people expect as long as we maintain higher than this 25K area, then, everything should be okay. And as I mentioned in previous episodes, there is this liquidity over here that market makers may want to try to grab and just kind of liquidate everyone's position who has been bullish to the upside by essentially liquidating all of the longs in the market. And that's the way these exchanges make money. So again, these type of shenanigans often happen before we do a greater push up. And if we do have this type of a deep pullback but don't break the lows in any critical way, then that could bode well for a pretty strong pump to the upside, with market makers using that liquidation money as fuel to push the market upwards. And if we don't pull back that deeply, well, at least we can count on the fact that we still have an uptrend as long as we're above this $26,000 area. So if we do update this pool, because again, this is the one that we lost the volatility pivot, we lost the momentum pool, and that's your permission to short. And we are now just retesting that neutral point of control. And this big alpha energy level was hit almost to the dollar precision as you look at this older pool here, which would have been formed on the 8th. Okay, that was October 8th that we established this pool, and just look at how it hit almost to the penny the big alpha energy line there, guys. If we do just throw on the update here, this is today's pool, and today's pool has a little bit of a different story. It does say that if we do lose our hold momentum at 26,869, then there is the potential that we could just drop and retest that bearish control zone here somewhere around 26,000. Now, of course, again, price doesn't move in a straight line, so that would probably have some wobble, some jitter there, and that could be what takes out that 8-hour liquidity and essentially just liquidate all of the longs to the upside here before they push this thing back up. But if we do hold above that hold momentum level here at the bottom of the alpha momentum pool, then we do have a high likelihood of at least testing the neutral point of control somewhere around 27,150. And if we flip that, then bulls will have an advantage that will also take out this liquidity up here. So, that could be a double-edged sword, because hitting this level means that they would have more fuel to push us to the downside. But flipping that level and holding it with perhaps a 4-hour candle or two would suggest that we are highly likely to recover the pool somewhere around 27,650. And if we do get above, let's just say 27,675, and put a couple 4-hour candles up there, I would expect us to retest the volatility pivot around 28,000. And then you guys understand that I believe that we are back in the bull market above that $28,000 level, and bulls will have a firm control of this chart above 28,444, which will coincide with the breakout on this supply line here. So guys, that's basically your alpha for the day. Very simple. Our previous momentum pool essentially chose our direction for this last week, and then we'll see how this one plays out in order to choose the remainder of this week. And if we do dip lower, then we'll just have to take a look when we develop some type of a bottoming structure. But overall, we have a low, and we're just looking for a higher low to be put in. Okay, so right now we do have the makings of a continuation to the upside, an uptrend, and I understand that the news is very wary wary. It's very negative, but again, that just shouldn't bias your perspective in trading. What we did here, with this pullback is no different than what we did over here, right? It's basically the same size as well. It's even smaller than this one. And, this stuff just happens all of the time. So that's just normal price action. I don't think it's anything to get freaked out about right now. We are violating this demand line a little bit, but then there are traders who trade off of this demand line. And so this could also be a good thing in that it's, basically creating a deviation on that demand line, which would um, trigger the stop losses of anyone who was buying on that line, and that could also bode well for the potential to just kind of blast off. So we will have to watch this really carefully. Again, don't be biased in your position. You guys don't control the market. I don't control the market. The news doesn't even control the market, but basically big players, algorithms, and just the market as a whole controls it. And so we are just a small part. Our opinion doesn't really matter. We just look at the key levels and we play those key levels. We re-enter the pool, capture the neutral point of control, highly likely to continue, especially if we flip that big alpha energy and the volatility pivot, very likely to continue to the upside. We violate the bottom of the pool, get a bunch of 4-hour candles down here or below the bearish control zone, and then we can talk about other possibilities. But until then, it's an uptrend. Guys, that's your alpha for the day. Stay safe and happy trading.